Okay, let's start. Yeah, so to respect those who come in early, right? Yeah, so urge those who haven't come in to quickly come in, right? Okay, so like I mentioned in my chat, right, a bit of background regarding this deck. Okay, it's a new deck that I designed recently. I think about almost 2 weeks ago, when I went to KL to do a nature with nurture workshop. So then my downline actually requested, can I do like a supplemental topic? Okay, which I never touched before. Okay, so I was thinking what topic should I touch, and then I come upon this gut brain axis. Okay, so I think then when I do the deck, I realized, wow, actually this can be made into a proper presentation, and I but you can use this deck or the knowledge that you gain from this deck, right, to have another way to start a conversation. Okay, to people that you meet, okay, that those who are working on you lunch with your colleague, lunch with your friend, or yeah, you all can have when this issue is mentioned, right, you all can have a way to link back in, okay, because it's another common topic that people is discussing about. Okay, so what is it? Is gut health. Okay, I don't know whether you all have this impression. You all face the same issue as me. I whenever I converse with my client, always like having bad gut is a very common issue, right? Having a bad gut is a very common issue. Okay, so this deck you can share you can show the link how you cannot just ignore a bad gut. It's not just a gut issue. It can link to more serious issues like Parkinson, dementia. That means neurodegenerative disease, which is a very scary disease. If you ask me, sometimes I feel dementia or Alzheimer is worse than death, right? It's like what, and it's going to burden the whole family if you get this. Oh, and then and it's very good. And in fact, recently in Saturday, I think some of you will know, right? Actually, I do my first closing using this new deck, this new flow. Wow, quite an easy close. I think the prospect was quite what? Yeah, okay. This prospect is actually from the DNA testing route. Okay, so this deck very useful. When you do your nature with nurture, when the report is out, right? When you do the review of the report, okay, when you touch on things like gut health, okay, if let's say a lot of red color, high risk, right? And then the person, okay, really, in actual life, okay, in real life, really got very bad gut issue, okay, then that's where you can use this deck really, very powerful, because you can show the link between gut and brain, right? Then, same thing, under the brain health, if the person has very bad brain health, also, you can also start this topic about gut. So for example, I said, you see, the person, let's say, DNA report already say, this is exactly what happened to this person. The DNA report already say she got high risk of getting Alzheimer, and if I'm not wrong, dementia also. Okay, and her family got history. That means her father and uncle both have dementia, and one is Alzheimer, and one is Parkinson. Okay, so she has a history of brain disease in the family. Okay, and then so that's high risk in her DNA report. Then she actual real life she got very bad gut issue. So of course I will use this deck on her. I say, wow, uh, without the gut issue, you already have a high risk of getting your brain issues, right? Then if you have a bad gut, it actually increases the risk. Let me show you how and why. Then that's when I use the deck. And then after just I think this deck can be presented in less than about 30 minutes, 30 minutes plus. Yeah, depending on how much you want to say, okay? And I close her a well-being back. Well-being support pack. For those who know what is well-being support pack, is reset with Wispan. Okay, so so very useful when you do your DNA for this, right? And like I say, with the knowledge you gain from tonight's session, you will have one more angle to talk to friends, especially when it's very common to when your conversation lead into gut problem, or maybe a brain issue, because they will start to read about this the rise in neurodegeneration disease in the world. Okay, so you see our company, right? Okay, why we our company is always created to solve the worst problems. Okay, so one of the biggest problem, of course, obesity. But this story has been spun for the last 10 over years, right? We all know, everyone know that there's a rise in obesity, which is why we can make decent money here, right? When we build the business, because we have the best weight management product in the world, right? In Singapore, 8 years; in Malaysia, 9 years; in Korea, 3 years. But now we have another solution for a worse problem also, which is the rise in neurodegenerative disease. Okay, so you'll be will be reported in the papers. You like it or not, you will see all this. Okay, so when your client or read about all this through Facebook or whatever, right? Then you can this linkage. Okay, when you talk about it, then you say, I remember I read something like that about it before. Okay, so just background before I start. Okay, so let me share with you the deck. Okay, so this deck, after I finish my sharing, right, I will send out to the rest for you all to use. For new people, if you are not confident, then of course, it's let your mentor do the sharing. Can see the slide now, Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
you can see.
Okay, so like I say, right, you see, right, I mentioned, right, there's actually a global rise in neurodegenerative disease. Okay, so it's reported in many media, right? This is a recent report you can see in 2025, right? So actually, if you all use my TRME that the rise in dementia also due to the rise in obesity is linked. When you're obese, right, actually your chance of getting dementia. But of course, this one is more to share that is the gut because people are not eating balanced meal, and then a lot of people have bad gut, which is why. So one of the reason is due to the gut. Okay, so in fact, it's such a grave issue that you can see. This study that conducted in the US and published on National Library of Medicine. Right, you see, they even mentioned the expanding burden of neurodegenerative diseases in the world. Okay, and it causes a very big, what is neurodegenerative diseases? Things like Alzheimer's, Parkinson, dementia. Okay, and is causing a significant challenge to the world. Okay, to the global health. Okay, so this is a trend. Okay, it's a trend. So like I say, this deck, right, can also be used for you to activate people into the business. When they see, wow, this company, the technology is so high end, Yeah, and then we have a solution which no other players in the market is able to show. Whatever I show you today in my deck, right, I dare say no other company is able to show your prospect what we show. Okay, and it's all third party stuff and not marketing talk. A lot of supplements out there in the market, all the Facebook online product is all just marketing talk. Talk is cheap lah. Or Dr. Joe always say, we don't talk science, we do science. Or other companies just talk science. So my deck will prove that. Okay, so it's a trend. So it's also can use to activate people into the business. Okay, so it's no coincidence. I share with you two separate studies in the last 5 years done by the top universities in the world. First, by Harvard, okay, to say about this link between the gut and brain health. Okay, brain health is, okay. So you can see here, this is done by Harvard, right? Or big university, I see. The Harvard researchers say this, the gut bacteria, okay, is shown to influence vulnerability to certain brain diseases, including Alzheimer's, Parkinson, and autism. Okay, so like I say, because why is there a rise in Alzheimer's, okay, and Parkinson? Because like I say, people's health, people's diet is not good. Okay, people eating a lot of junk food, and then there's a lot of people with very bad gut. Okay, so this is one of the reasons that caused the rise in this degenerative in this, and of course I mentioned earlier obesity lah. Also, and we have solution for both obesity and also this. Okay, so and then another study by Stanford, another top university in the US, right? Also recent, last 5 years, right? This is 2025. Yeah, correct. Okay. So it's no coincidence, right? They also mentioned about the gut brain health. Okay. So Stanford researchers describe gut brain relationship and how it affects condition from anxiety to long COVID and of course to Parkinson. And of course, all the brain. So it's not a coincidence, right? There's really a lot of research in this area that prove the connection. So have you all heard of the term the gut is our second brain? You can put in the chat. I see all the people know. So this is what they mean. Okay. So there's this thing. Okay, let me show you the next slide. Okay. So this is what we call the gut-brain axis. Okay. So our gut and the brain is actually linked one. Okay. So you see, right? They constantly talk to each other. So it affects you physically and mentally, which means, right, if you have bad brain health, okay, you will eventually have bad gut. Okay. Vice versa, when you have bad gut, it will affect you having a bad brain health eventually. So having a healthy gut-brain axis is very important, right? So you can see here from the gut to the brain is mood, mental well-being, immune system, digestion, and comfort. Digestion and comfort. Then from brain to gut, stress, emotion, nervous system, digestion changes. So have you ever realized sometimes when you're very stressed, super stressed, okay, long period of time stress, then you start to develop gut issue. Now you know why lah. Oh, there's a linkage one. There's a linkage one. And then more now, that is more to tell people, right? Don't ignore a gut issue. Really have to solve and make sure that you have a healthy gut. Okay, because recent research last 5 years has shown that it actually caused, one of the reasons for the increase in neurodegenerative illness, which is very scary, right? So of course you can see here, right? They say, support your gut, support your grain. So of course, eat balanced meal, right? Choose fiber-rich food, vegetable, whole grain, eat probiotics. Okay, yeah. So so probiotics include things like yogurt lah, even your kimchi lah, even my favorite kombucha lah, the kombucha tea, right? And then of course managing your stress, right? Move your body, exercise, okay, sleep well, okay. Bad sleep also cause you to have bad gut and also affect your brain health, right? And of course, your food wise, avoid highly processed food, your ham, bacon, all these, and sugar, and of course the usual alcohol and smoking. Okay, so and an interesting fact, some of y'all maybe already know, 70% of our immune system exists in the gut. So you see, it's so crucial to make sure you have a healthy gut. 70% of our immune system is in the gut, right? Your immune system, how strong it is how strong it is your body to fend off infection and illness and disease, right? Yeah. Also, it's very important to have a healthy gut. Okay. So these are 5 signs of an unhealthy gut. Okay. Constant bloating lah, indigestion lah, then sugar craving, like to every day eat cake, eat pao cha, all these are signs of maybe you have an unhealthy gut because you see the brain and gut is signaling you to eat okay. Then of course fatigue, you easily get tired, fatigue, and then of course you may even have skin issues. That you have dull skin, you have breakouts and things like that. And of course brain fog. So sometimes you think, okay, nowadays I feel like I got more brain fog. Maybe that's where then you think about your gut also not getting healthy, getting good nowadays, right? Yeah. So everything is linked. So these are 5 signs of an unhealthy gut. Okay. So you see, right? So with all this information, right, I'm ready to say, so when you meet your client, you do not only have to share weight management. Okay. So sometimes the topic go into this kind of thing. You can say, hey, maybe you have have you heard of the term leaky gut? Our gut got a lining one. Let's say this lining, because of bad gut, right? There's got issue. Then the toxin in the gut will leak into your system. That's the leaky gut. Okay. So you all have more topic to talk to people. Okay. So after you share all this, right? Then you say, hey, so we have this in our company, right? We have this 3 treasures to boost our gut brain health. Okay, so what are the 3 treasures? Okay, this is why I go into the product solutioning. Okay, yeah. So same thing. You must also maintain a healthy lifestyle. Don't just use supplements. Supplement is called supplement. It's supposed to supplement a healthy lifestyle. So what are the supplements that can help to boost your gut brain axis? Okay. First one, I always say this first product, right, is what we call our baseline product. In fact, I always tell my customer, everyone, okay, when you are on supplementation, there must be probiotic because the usual Yakult lah, Vitagen lah, the yogurt lah, like just how I mentioned, the kombucha, right, it's not enough one. It's not enough one, and it's not dedicated enough. And the strains, the bacterial strains in all these things, right, they have but some is dead already. And it's also may not survive the environment, the intestinal environment. So you definitely need to have dedicated probiotics. Okay, so these are our very famous and popular probiotic. One of our legacy products. Okay, it's called the Pharmanex ProBio. So ProBio PCC. Okay, so Pharmanex. Okay, so this is where we. Actually, the deck, this deck, I think no mention on Nu Skin, if I'm not wrong. So it will be good. So how are we? Okay, so the next few slides, right, we'll share with you how are we different from the usual probiotic in the market. So this is a very common, popular products that most people are taking, right? So your client likely could have been using those you buy from the retail. Okay, so this will educate your client, and also for today's case, is educate yourself how to tell your client actually why our probiotic is better. And it's not just talk only. I can prove, this tech is supposed to prove to them, okay, that we are really unique lah. Okay, yeah. So you see, our ProBio PCC, right, have 2 billion CFU. What is CFU? Colony forming of live lactose Bacillus fermentum PCC. We only use one bacterial strain. Later I tell you more about this bacterial strain. Okay. So we have 2 billion, but more importantly, right, even at the end of the product shelf is 2 billion. So we this is what we call guaranteed CFU. So in the market, right, all probiotics, they will always give you this CFU count. Okay, so you can see 2 billion, you can see 5 million, you can 5 billion, you can see 20 billion, you can see 30 billion. I even see that day I see a 50 billion. But when whatever they put, right, as long as they never like us, we guarantee, right, at end of product life, right, it's not guaranteed. Means what they mean is, oh, let's say 30 billion. It's 30 billion when they load the bacteria into the bottle, right? But from transportation, from warehousing, all this, by the time reach your hand, and when you open it, even worse, okay? Actually, I think the 30 billion don't know die how many already. Or maybe not even 1 billion left. So what is, if it's a dead bacteria, it's not useful for your gut. Okay, you must understand. So live bacteria guarantee is very important. Okay, so what to look out for probiotics? Okay, I mentioned earlier, bacterial strain must be stable. That's why we found a very stable strain. We don't need to put many strain, only one strain. If you look at the usual product, probiotic product in the market, right, it's always a few strain one. 3 strain, 4 strain, 5 strain. I even see 10 strains. Why? Actually, is they are not confident the bacteria can stay alive or even reach your gut to proliferate, to grow. Okay, so it's the usual throw everything at the wall and see what stick method lah. Yeah, we don't need, because you know Pharmanex style, we don't follow the crowd. Okay, we spend time to find the right one, and then just one strain is enough. Okay, so and also, like I say, you can see here, don't go for those with highest. Go for those with guaranteed. Okay, later I prove to you with some retail products that guaranteed CFU always cost more. Okay, ours is guaranteed, but yet actually we cost less than some of the retail products. Not necessarily our products more expensive. Okay, I mean our products is good because we command a certain price, but not necessarily we are more expensive also. Okay, if you compare apple to apple sometimes. Okay, so you must be able to withstand the usual antibiotics. When we are sick, when you take antibiotics, do you know the antibiotics kill all the bacteria? Good and bad all kill. Yeah, so a good strain is able to withstand the usual antibiotics, and more importantly, able to stay active longer in the gut and proliferate faster than the bacteria. It means must stay in the gut longer, one thing, and then can grow faster than bad bacteria, because it's always to have this very good microbiome gut flora health. That means like more good than bad. Okay. So this is we, of course, as usual, we always do our clinical side. So you see, they prove that this strain, Lactobacillus fermentum PCC, is able to survive the harsh and acidic. Some people, right, stomach acid, right? Some people more acidic than others one. But you see, we have our studies, we show that our PCC, right, our Lactobacillus fermentum, is able to have a stronger survival rate and higher tolerance for digestic acid within the range of 3 to 1.5. So some people, their stomach more acidic because maybe of the kind of food they eat, or the body, the nature of the body, right? Let's say it's 1 point something one. Well, I tell you, the normal probiotics, I think doesn't work at all. That's why some people, they take probiotics, they still have gut issue, right? So the key is, are you able to survive in the first place, right? So we prove this with our studies. That's why Nu Skin choose this one. You can see here, right? It's done with Taiwan University. Later I'll show you the actual research. Okay, so and then we also can prove that we can effectively stick to the cell within the intestinal wall better. So means better ability to colonize the intestine compared to the other probiotic. You can see the picture here, right? So the top one is fermentum, and this one is some other bacteria. So generally, the normal common probiotics, those normal strains, can stay alive within the body for only 3 days. But our Lactobacillus fermentum can stay up to as long as 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's why you see, right, why we choose this, right? Okay, why we choose this particular strain? Because stable strain don't need so much. So we actually conduct a peer review study with the Taiwan University together with Pharmanex, right? Taiwan Medical University, to prove this off, you see. So we proved that the Lactobacillus fermentum PCC improve intestinal bacterial flora, meaning we up the good bacterial count. Okay, so it's not just marketing talk. Okay, got peer review studies one. Okay, and because so much science, right? Of course, we actually this Lactobacillus fermentum is got a patent. We actually bought the patent from another company. So it's discovered by another company called ProBioMix. So many years ago, so we bought over the patent. Okay, that's why you don't see any other probiotics with this, this one I can guarantee. So far, when I say this, nobody can come back and say, hey, I see this lactobacillus in another product. No, because we own the exclusive right to, or actually this bacteria, right, is isolated from a Swedish woman many years ago with excellence, with extraordinary resilience. Okay, then after that, we develop that means we grow the bacteria ourselves in the lab. Yeah, then of course we put it in our products, right? And then we cover by a patent. Okay, okay, so to show you what I mean by don't look at the how many CFU. You look at whether it's guaranteed. I show you two very popular brands in Singapore. So I don't know, Nick, is Blackmore and Swiss available in Brunei? Right? Yeah, should be lah, because they're quite international brand. These both brands are from Australia. So this is a usual retail brand. Okay. So you see this Blackmore one is 30 billion CFU. Wow, sounds good. 30 billion Pharmanex only 2 billion But you look at the strain, do you see here they got 5 strain? Okay, so 7 billion one strain, 7 billion something like that. Okay. The price of this product in Watson is $60 thing. Okay, you look at the next product. Okay. Okay, Swiss also a popular Australian brand. This one only 1 billion. So it's 30 times less than this, 30 times less than this Blackmore, right? 500 million and 2 strain only, based on scientific evidence. Okay. So 500 million, 2 strain, total 1 billion. Hey, this one less than ours. But actually, this Swiss, if you turn behind, right, they say they guarantee, just like us. We guarantee at the end of shelf life confirm got 2 billion, no matter how long as long as it's not expired. Okay. So same thing, they guarantee 1 billion. So if you use the normal retail sense, right, if a consumer don't know, right, they will think that, what, 30 billion costs more, right? But you see, this 30 million is just $1 more than 1 billion. But this 1 billion now, there you know, right, is guaranteed. If it's not guaranteed, actually, you don't know how much survive. It's based on luck one. How long the shelf, how long this Blackmore has been sitting on the shelf, and then when you open it, how long you take it. So you see, so it's not about how many CFU. You look at the price, you know already. And what is our price? For those who know, you go log into your system, right? Our 2 billion guarantee, which is 1 time more than the Swiss, is $52. We are cheaper than Swiss. Okay, so I hope you gains a little bit of knowledge on how to engage people. Oh, I also got probiotic. Then they tell you, oh, mine is 50 billion. Yours only 2 billion. You all know what to do already. Okay, now this is where the deck is useful, for example, right? Okay, so I'll come to the other 2 treasures. Okay, so of course this one all of us are familiar. This is my favorite product. Okay, I sell the most besides Tiami. This is the product I sell the most. Okay, Nick. Just take note, this bundle only available in Singapore. In fact, the whole world only this Singapore have, but you can go in a la carte in, let's say, Malaysia, for example, just combine 2 products. But in Singapore, we do sell this bundle called the ageLOC Wellbeing Support Pack. It's actually 2 products, which is our ageLOC Science, okay, which is our Wispan together with our Reset. Okay, so I'll tell people this is our Nutri-Genomic range. That means at the gene level. So I'll spend the next few slides. This one I'll go faster because you all are familiar with this already. This is in my usual ageLOC tag, right? Okay, so I say ageLOC is a gene technology. Okay, we're using gene chip to do our research to measure gene expression changes. We're able to find ingredients in the world that can improve your gene expression. So gene DNA don't change, but gene expression is the way your gene communicate. Yeah. So I'll share, or we got this science because we acquired this company called Ligem, which is a genomics company, right? So we acquired them. So that's why in 2012 we are the first anti-aging company. Yeah, can unmute whoever.
It is
Sarah?
dry even though I drink water.
Hello. Is that Irene?
It's Irene.
Yeah, can help me unmute because I can't see the thing.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so that's why with this acquisition of Ligem, why we acquire Ligem, because they are the first company that pioneered the use of gene chip to measure gene expression size. So this is why, to prove to people that our ageLOC is our genetic Nutri-Genomics product. So this is Ligem.
What we're trying to do at LifeGen is to identify nutrients that have.
So you're familiar with this. So the Discovery Channel feature show the Pharmanex and then ageLOC, then powerful one. And I said this technology, where ageLOC is under this technology, right? There's a lot of different products. Okay. So, and this ageLOC technology is actually covered by a US patent. So you can see some familiar names like our Dr. Joseph Chang, you see? Our Chief Scientific Officer Joseph Chang, Dr. Windrup, and Dr. Thomas Paulus from Ligent. Okay, they are the inventors of this technology called H-Lock. So we have the H-Lock. We have the patent for this entire H-Lock technology. Okay, assigned to New Zealand Enterprise, and then more importantly, this patent has got government grant. Okay, that means the US NIA actually give us a grant to do our research to file this patent. I don't know if I don't know. I can dare tell you no other products, at least in the direct sales world, is able to show you all this. And this one I cannot. It's a patent. You can always ask your customer to look at the patent number and go and read the patent themselves if they like the science. Right? Okay, so I start with Wispan, right? So Wispan, you can see, right, is a 12 ingredient product, right? So you can see, right, of course, you all know, right, Wispan actually can do more than just brain health, right? But because this topic is about gut brain health, so I'll just focus more on the brain health stuff. Okay, so you can see here, right, all the different ingredients do something, and then you see a lot is to help the brain, right? Yeah, brain function, all this. But it's actually anti-aging product. So, but brain health is just one of them, right? Yeah. So this is where I share. Okay. So the H-Lock Wispan itself, actually, brain health is one of the key thing that they help to address. It's a systemic one. So you also help in your cellular health, your heart health. So if the client want to know more what this product can do, then you can use the well-being pack, support pack, which I'll talk more things than just brain health, right? Yeah, so those who use my well-being support pack will know lah. Okay, but this topic is focused on gut brain health, Okay, and then like I say, right, top is cheap, Our company, right, when we say, oh, this product can help in brain, okay, it's not the usual marketing pitch that you see in most supplements, like what IM8 all these are all those brands you saw on the internet. We got the science, okay? So you can see in these studies, it's published in the National Library of Medicine, which is owned by NIH, in case you don't know, okay? So you can see the formulation, the micronutrients. These are the 12 ingredients. You see similar ingredient that I show earlier, okay? So what does this research shows? They say a supplement, okay, with putative calorie restriction mimetics, micronutrient brand, right, increase the glutathione concentration and improve neuroenergetic in the brain of healthy middle-aged men and women. This is a human clinical done by Pharmanex. You can see here, right? Done by Pharmanex together with the University of Utah and their Department of Radiology, because we do a functional MRI scan on the brain of our test subjects. Okay, after just 6 weeks of Wispan, the research shows, okay, they increase the glutathione is the antioxidant that is produced by our body. Remember, you all attend my class, intrinsic, extrinsic antioxidant, right? Intrinsic is the produced by body. So glutathione is what is produced by the body. So with Wispan, they realize that even the internal, the antioxidant produced by the body in the brain increase. And then more importantly, you see, it improves the neuroenergetics. The brain become more active. And they purposely choose middle-aged men and women, right? They don't choose young people, of course, healthy, right? To prove that, even you're healthy, you can also boost it further, Amazing, right? Which other company can share with this, right? So you see the conclusion from this study, you see, the present study reviewed that 6-week supplementation with a micro-ingredient brand, you can see on the top, right? Okay. Elicit positive changes in brain neural. So it's not a marketing talk. We prove with a study on National Library of Medicine, and it's the first study, okay, of its kind. You see, we always do a lot of things. It's first time. This is the first study to demonstrate that this ingredient brand, right, increase brain GSH, which is the glutathione, and of course improve neuroprotection and neuroenergetic in the brain of healthy. As a customer, okay, if you have a concern in your brain health, or if you're concerned you have bad gut will affect your brain health, how can this not be powerful, right? It's not a marketing talk, right? And for those who don't know how big deal it is to have a study published, done by ourselves, you can see, right, Pharmanex, right, with University of Utah. Why is it a big deal to be on National Library of Medicine? You see what ChatGPT say? It's extremely credible because it's part of NIH. It's operated by the US federal government. It's the largest biomedical library in the world. It's a central authority in medical research since 1836. Okay, so of course this is PubMed, you can see, right? So they manages PubMed, Medline, PubMed Central. Okay, so how credible? There's no question about its legitimacy and credibility. Very powerful, right? That's why I quite easily close that guy out on Saturday. Okay, so who rely? Researchers, doctors, universities, regulators rely on this database daily. Okay, so we are able to prove no other company in the direct sales world is able to show all this one, I can tell you. Right? Okay, so this is the functional MRI test. You can see right on the left, okay, before, after the brain become more active, okay, using a functional MRI with the University of Utah Radiology Department. Okay, yeah, peer review study, so we all anyhow say one. Okay, then of course, so much science that goes into this product, right? Okay, because you cannot patent a natural ingredient. We use 12 natural ingredient, right? But we can patent the formula. So of course, we are protected by a US patent. Okay, so do you see familiar name, right? I just met Shelly Hester in person. I mean, she was on stage. You all know recently I went to KL, right? So actually they invited Shelly Hester to share on the scientific part. Also assigned to Nu Skin Enterprise, this patent, okay? So you see, oral formulation with omega-3 because we got fish oil inside. So you see, got patent one. Patent cannot anyhow file. Okay, that means you are able to prove to the patent department your claim that it can help in whatever they say it will help. Okay, so patented product, H-Lock Lifespan. Next, okay, the third treasure, okay, H-Lock Reset. Okay, also my favorite supplement. In fact, yeah, all these three my favorite. I'm taking all these three plus others. Okay, so what is Reset? Okay, it's a very unique ingredient blend of 3 ingredients: blueberries, blackcurrant, and black rice. Okay, I think a lot of us here are all using this product also, right? Yeah. So basically, right, blueberry, all these dark purple color fruits and vegetables, right, has this ingredient called anthocyanin, which is very powerful. But not all anthocyanins are equal. Okay, there are total 5 anthocyanins. Okay, we are looking at cyanidin and daphnidine. And why we looking at that? Because we do a research with University of Davis. Okay, so you see, like blueberry also have, but why we don't use blueberry? Because for our research, we see that blueberry the cyanidin and daphnidine not as strong as a blackcurrant or black rice. You see, there's a lot of dark purple color fruits and vegetables, right? So we choose these 3. So that's how we do our research. We don't anyhow give good stuff or because known good stuff to the consumer. Okay, so this is a unique ingredient blend. Later you see we also file patent. So in the industry, in the world, there's no such ingredient blend. Okay, and this how we find these 3, right? Three ingredient, right? I mean, blackcurrant and blueberry black rice with cyanidin is together with University of Davis also published peer review study in National Library of Medicine again. Okay, we have hundreds of studies, just to let you all know, for those who are new, right? Done by who? Pharmanex. We do our own research. Okay, so it's together with University of California, Davis, definitely one of the top uni in the world. In USA also, right? Yeah, under the University of California group of also UC Davis actually is very good at so you can see, right, they prove cyanidin and daphnidine, right? Okay, they is help in the protection of intestinal barrier against inflation-induced permeable. This is what we call leaky gut. So this one very good for leaky gut. These 2 ingredients, daphnidine, that means anthocyanin, daphnidine, and cyanidin, right? So people with gut issue, this is a perfect solution. Okay, so same thing, not a marketing talk, not a marketing pitch, all with peer review studies. Okay, so who is UC Davis? Okay, UC Davis is one of the premier programs in nutrition. So they are very good in biology, which is why we choose them to use as a research partner, and which is why they also work with us because we have the science. You cannot just knock doors on a big university and say you want to do a research. You must have the science. Okay, Pharmanex and Nu Skin definitely have the science. Okay, like I say, no other direct sales is able to show so much science. Okay, so what does Reset do? Okay, so same thing. This topic is about gut, so I just share the gut benefit of Reset. But you can tell your customer, okay, Reset actually help more than just gut. Okay, so you can see, right, one of the big thing that it help to enhance microbiome and gut. Okay, but it also helps inflammatory balance, help your antioxidant defense, help your vital organs. So very good for your 3 highs. Okay, help to maintain blood sugar level and of course support core metabolism. So you let them know, right? This product is just not for your gut, but the gut is one of the things that they help, and all proved by studies one. Okay, so there's a lot of studies. I pull out some studies that related to this. Okay, so this study again, also done by ourselves, filed in National Library of Medicine. You see, right, efficacy of anthocyanin prebiotic brand on the intestinal human clinical again in the intestinal environment in obese male and female. So why they choose obese? Because normally obese people, right, their gut is not as healthy. Okay, So this research is done by Pharmanex also, right? With another independent lab, right? Okay. So you see, what's the conclusion? Same thing. It modulated the intestinal ecosystem provide inside the so it actually help in your gut, right? And because this research shows that the good bacteria in your gut also recognize take your anthocyanin, the daphninidine, as a prebiotic, right? For those who don't know what is prebiotic, okay, what y'all normally know is probiotic, right? It's taking the live bacteria. Prebiotic is basically food for the good bacteria. So the research shows the good bacteria actually treat our anthocyanin blend as a prebiotic. So what happened after just 8 weeks? You can see on the right hand side, what does this research shows? The good bacteria in your gut increased by 150%, then the bad bacteria die by 25%. Yeah, because they realize that the anthocyanin is also become like a prebiotic. So imagine if you take our very good probiotic, which is the ProBio PCC, together with reset, I tell you, your result will be amplified. Okay, that means there will be existing good bacteria in your gut, right? But with guaranteed 2 billion CFU good bacteria, I tell you. I don't know whether you all see this. Okay, so like I say, it's not marketing talk, all proved by studies done by ourselves. And actually, this research, you all know, very good for tree height. You can see actually all these human, the obese male and female, the HbA1c, this is a glucose level over 3 months, also drop in just 8 weeks. All drop. So you go for blood sugar level. But of course, this is more for gut, so I focus more on the gut. But like I say, right, use this to tell them that actually this product is very good for metabolic health. Things like your tree high and things like that. Okay, and then I'll show this, especially for Malaysian, I'll show this very interesting thing. Our research was launched in 2021. So I still remember 2022, right? Wow. It's like as if the Malaysian government is helping me to sell research now. You know, in 2022, Malaysian government issued this on their social media, on their poster. You see, it's MOH Malaysia. Okay, those who don't know how to read Bahasa, I think Nick Brunei should know how to read Bahasa, right? So I translate into English. Okay, the Malaysian government ask the citizen to eat more dark purple color fruits and vegetables, because they contain anthocyanin as antioxidant. What does it do? It helps to reduce the risk of cancer, because when you reduce inflammation, because it's very good for anti-inflammatory, right? For those who take research, you all know. I mean, those who I got do the proper presentation type okay. So when you lower your inflammation, your risk of cancer will drop, right? Cancer, one of the reasons is you subject your body to a high level of inflammation for a long period of time. Okay, then they say help to increase body immune system. Why? Because our gut, 70% of our immune system is in the gut, right? So of course they have access to all the studies. Not only, maybe they even look at Pharmanex studies. We are not Pharmanex scientists is not the only one that discovered this. Just that we put it into a product. Okay. Then of course, you see, help to increase memory. Wow, Malaysia MOH quite updated. Because you see, the gut also help memory. You see now how everything fall into place. And this is very powerful because this is by MOH Malaysia. It's like they're asking you to take research. No, they're asking you to take the purple color fruits and vegetables. Okay, and if you all know in the supermarket, right, all these purple color fruits, those dark purple normally cost more, right? Blueberry is so expensive, right? Yeah, blackcurrant same. You don't always find blackcurrant also. Okay, very powerful. Okay. So of course we are listed in their HSA National. This is the Malaysian HSA, National Pharmaceutical Regulatory Agency. Okay, and so much science, right? In our H-Top research, of course, all our H-Top products all covered with patent. So you see, so you can see this patent. You can see they try all the different kind of formula: black rice, bilberry, black rice with all the different combination. Even blueberry have, but then they find the ingredient. So after they find it, of course, they have to file the patent so that nobody else in the world can copy this. Because if not, people can just rely on our scientists. Then after they launch a product with these 3 ingredients, so right? Because it's the actual dosage of these 3 ingredients that give the effect. So of course, covered by US patent. You can see, okay. So you see Shelley Hester again. Shelley Hester is involved in a lot of our research, by the way. That's why too bad I didn't take a photo with her that day at KL. I only took photo with Steve Hatchett, our chief product officer. I forgot to take photo with her. Okay, so you can see, right? This patent is filed for intestinal health promoting composition comprising a combination of cyanidine and daphninidine in an amount sufficient to treat intestinal hyperpermeability, leaky gut. A lot of people gut issue is because they have leaky gut. So we filed a patent to show that we found that exact ingredient blend is to help in leaky gut, one of the issue, right? And more importantly, you can see on the left-hand side, okay, let me blow up for you. Another government grant. So those who are taking research maybe don't know, you're taking a product with government grant. Okay, so this is under a grant from the National Institute of Food and Agriculture. The government has certain rights in this invention. Hey, Nu Skin is not a government board. We are not a charity organization, but we get taxpayers' money to do our research, to do our studies and file the patent. You tell me another direct sales with such credibility. Okay, because Pharmanex has been around in the world many years and we have so many studies on PubMed, on National Library of Medicine. That's why the government is willing to give us money to do our research, because they know we can benefit the world. And most of you are in the business, in the Zoom today, are building a business. Okay, yeah, side story tonight, just a few hours ago, I think Andre is here, right? So we actually met a medical doctor to share about our prism, and then of course, I share a little bit about solution. I can see the doctors even a medical doctor is so impressed with all the science. I show them using another deck, right? And the only thing that's stopping this doctor from collaborating with us because we are direct sales. Okay, I hope they look beyond the stigma and look at the science. Okay, so yeah, they are very impressed with our solutioning. Okay, so this is our this is our my new brain gut health axis. So I give you all one more a way to start a conversation. That after can use this deck to close that 3 products. Okay, so I hope it's useful. I'll send you the deck out. I send out the deck. Okay, and you can see, right, I did it in like, plus explanation is like